Hmm.
There you go.
Yeah, faded out. Nice.
Okay. We're just getting. Okay, so let's start with that. That's the Spivack up and down. Pull out the Spivack up and down stroke exercise. That's yeah, it's a 6-8 exercise out of Spivack's library. So as we go along, first you want to get the student to feel certain things, and intellectualization as well is important, but and that's a matter of knowing when to throw the dart, depending on which student you're teaching and so on. So one of the secrets, really important ingredients with regards to this technique is having a floor. It's kind of huge, and so as well as some other aspects, it's kind of one of the secrets to this technique, right? And so this floor that we have is very important. But what is the floor? What is that? Well, first of all, Dick would say 1/2 inch to 1 inch above the playing surface, bead to butt end. Parallel to the playing surface, bead to butt end. So that means that not only does the stick need to be properly aligned above the surface at the floor, that means that's going to get that position, that's going to have a certain effect on the arm, the shape of the wrist, right? All this stuff. And then we have the grip. And after that, there's not too much more. There's a regular wrist turn. There is a motion that is an up motion to a downstroke, or this up motion can be an upstroke. So you make a note to make a downstroke. That's it. Oh, and then rebounds, So and that has to do with the grip, but it's still just a wrist turn. And if we're throwing, a throw is just a wrist turn. The throw is just a wrist turn. That's really all there is. I mean, I think Carlos Vega in the Modern Drummer article, the Richard Wilson Modern Drummer article, commented, as well as other famous drummers, that there's really only, what did he say? There's only 3 things. You have a wrist turn, a rebound, and a throw. I mean, it's that's it. Right? So it's cool to keep this really simple, because it is actually really simple. And yet, if you don't adhere to all these different aspects, or these 3 or 4 aspects, you won't feel it, And so the grip, right? One of the things that Richard Martinez likes to do is just hold your hand out and put the stick in it. That's it. You just hold your hand out in a normal position, and you just put the stick in. And see, I try not to move after I put the stick in, not too much changes. The hand, see how normal it is? You can see, can you get it in a position so that, watch, hardly anything changes. Look, in, out, in, out, in, out. It barely changes. It's just very simple. Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah. Well, your 4th looks like it's scrunched. See, if it was just normal, your hand was just normal, right? You just put your hand up, held it up. Now for me, if I leave my hand alone, my thumb is resting on my first finger. Is yours? Yeah, see, now it is. Yeah, why would you hold that? You were holding it up. Isn't that fascinating? A little thing like that. It just don't make a big deal. Just, that's kind of the only thing that was seemed wrong. You just hold your hand up. Right? You can let it close a little. Right? You know, we're not making a fist. We're just in a normal position. You told a kid, hey, just put your hand up like this. I'm gonna put a stick in it. They go, oh, okay. You just put a stick in. Okay, so it's kind of that. It's fairly simple. The other way we can get a grip, if that doesn't work right away, is we can build it this way. We need the guide. That's the first finger and thumb. See, notice when I do this, and I just do normally, see how the first finger and thumb look like that? Don't they? Now, take your other fingers off. That's getting better already. See, now you just put your middle finger on. Crack of the middle knuckle. No, you didn't need to do all that. Okay? You've got some preconceived thing. You had it, but you said, nah, I don't think this is right. See, that's the clever mind. You see, that looks better. Now, just let's build it this way. Just take all the other fingers off. There's a guitar player and pianist, that's nothing. Then you put the middle finger on in the crack of the middle, first knuckle, and then you put the pad of the fourth on and the tip of the fifth. Tip of the fifth. See, now that looks really good. Now, if you leave all that alone, you take the stick out, it'll look like that hand that you were holding up. See, that's what a normal hand kind of looks like. Now you can do it that way. You can just slide it in. And it should be first finger and thumb across from each other. Middle finger cracked, right? Fix it. You fixed it. Now you have a beautiful grip. That's the grip. Now bring it down here. Don't play yet. Don't run off. Murray would say, don't run off half-cocked. And so what we have here is we have a grip so that if I take my first finger and thumb off, nothing should really change. Can you take your first finger off a little too? Spread it. Just spread them out evenly. Evenly. Little pinch. Now bring it in. Bring them on. Bring them back on. See? Nothing really changed. See, it's just laying in there. Now you put your first finger and thumb on. Crack of the first finger. Remember, the first finger had a particular look. It wasn't like this. It was like this. See? And down here, when you take them off and nothing changes and you put them back on, it's in the crack of this index finger and the pad of the fourth, like that. Yeah, yeah, see how it looks pretty good. Yeah, you see? Now this is a Richard Martinez thing. You can even squeeze the middle finger up a little bit towards the palm. Hold it tighter. See, the stick didn't move. Release the middle finger just a little. Stick really shouldn't move. You have up. Almost. It's just sitting in there. That's our grip. We got this thing.
Yeah.
Okay? It's firm, comfortable. The whole grip feels kind of firm and comfortable. It's laying in the hand. The guide is firm, comfortable, and constant. The whole thing feels firm, comfortable, and constant. Right? See, that looks really good. Now that we have the grip and a certain alignment, see, I think you're sitting too high.
Too high?
Yeah, because you look like this. I can see all this. This should be parallel to the floor and thus parallel to the, so lift up your snare drum or lower your seat. I like to sit a little lower than that, but that's a personal thing. But when, we've worked on the feet once, I like to be close to the earth, like good Asian, beautiful Asian furniture. Everything's real low.
I don't have a drum key handy. Let me raise this up here.
Over too. Okay, so yeah, so all these little things are not to be taken lightly. Don't go playing crazy. I knew that if I interrupted, because you had you in a really good place. We're just in your left hand right now. right? And we got the grip, we got the grip, we got the grip, we got the grip, we got the thingamajig, we got the fact that we can squeeze the middle finger up, everything gets, even this gets a little tighter, we can release it just a little, and nothing changes. We see your grip looks great. And look at your forearm. See, it's more flat now. It doesn't look like this. Like you're one of those guys that's just really high, and they're always top, and their forearm isn't parallel to the surface.
Yeah.
So more like that. My pad might be a little, I don't know. You know, it takes years of adjustment. Now, before you play, this is the gig. And this is what you weren't doing when you started today. And your grip didn't look quite that good, you see. So it's, we move along and slowly, you know, find the image that exists within the marble. So we're chipping away. All right, so what we want to do is we want to learn to go up, and this bead cannot move. Can't move at all. It doesn't move. Just like the stick didn't move when you squeezed it a little bit. Certain things are really important to recognize. So you can even put your finger on the bead. Now, it should be, you have to decide. It looks like you're kind of a ½ inch.
Yeah.
Of an inch, somewhere in there, right? And you're going to go up leading with your wrist. Leading with your wrist. Now, when I do that, I feel my middle finger open ever so slightly. So that's another little thing, right? And it all starts to seem like, oh my God, there's so much to this. Well, there's probably not any more to this than there would be to playing, you know, like Paganini on the violin. So wrong setup for the other grip. But so when I go up and I keep this here, this is that Richard Martinez fixed point in the universe. Dick would put it a different way. He'd say you leave the bead down when you go up, but you have to leave it down in the exact same spot. So as I go up, you won't even really see the middle finger's doing something. Doing something. Yeah, it's doing something. See, it's a little more closed here. And it opens up ever so slightly. So try that. Put your finger on the bead. So let's see. This is stuff that always was confusing to me. So I hope I can help here. So let's see what happens. I'm going to analyze it too. A lot of this I intellectualize, I also feel it, but then a little thing like this, I want to know what I'm saying is correct. So I'm going to go up. Yeah, like that. See, so look how little the butt end went up. See, if you don't release, like I just demonstrated, the bead is going to go up a lot. The butt end will go up a lot more. See? Because we're not moving around the stick at all. Now here's that thing I showed you before. Just hold the stick so it doesn't move. Right? And let's just feel this. Okay? Hold it like this. Yeah, you got it. See, I told you you're easy to teach. So you're going to go here and get that grip that you learned, right? Crack of the middle finger, first finger and thumb are firm, comfortable, and constant, right? And you're just going to, here we're not going to have the butt end go up at all. This is remedial. We're just going to move around the stick. See, there, your hand opened. See, the middle finger has to open to accommodate that. Now, if you feel a little bit of that when you go up, you'll go around the stick ever so slightly, and the butt end will go up ever so slightly. Not too bad. And once you get to here, once you're here, in that position, once we get to here, then we're seeing the bead didn't move. Which looks kind of like the way Louis Belson looks in that video, Murray. Right there. And then once we're there, we can cock our wrist. See, your hands back. Don't play. Your hand, remember the remedial thing where we moved around the stick? Really get you to feel what it feels like if the hand opens a little.
Yeah.
You notice that your hand, you look like this because you went up. You created. We've been calling this the Volkswagen bug shape. It's a little more really like a Carmen Ghia. I'm sure you're familiar with those two cars.
Yeah.
Right? The bug would look a little more like that, maybe. So, but there's a shape here. And then when we go up, there's a little relaxation in the hand. See, we lose the shape and we create what is like a V. See the V? Right? See it? And then we cock our wrists and come back, and we should have that same Carmen Ghia shape. So go on up. Feel, you can hold it if you, that's okay, that's really good. You don't even need to hold it, look at you. See, you've kind of opened up just slightly. The butt end's gone up a little bit. Now you're gonna cock your wrist and the hand's gonna close. You're gonna squeeze whatever you released. That's pretty good. You don't have to make a big deal out of it. You have the weight of the stick. You have the weight of the assemblage here. Hand, forearm, upper arm. And then we have what is being created by the way of torque. So we don't have to try very hard. We don't really have to try very hard. Just need to make the motion. It goes whack. Good, but you lost your, wait, stop. I'm gonna, really good. However, when it does clean it up a little, you can't lose your floor, and you're closer to the surface than you were when you started. Now that used to drive me crazy. It's like, okay, big deal. I mean, no, the technique won't work unless you get this.
Yeah.
This is a really big deal. Try it again. Didn't quite land in the center, but it's not bad. You got the floor. Come on, don't dip it down. Don't hold it up. Hold it up. Leave it there. Right to. Don't be too close to the seat. Don't let it dip as you go up. Release this. Oh, you let it dip. Can't let it dip. No, you let it dip. Watch the bead. Bring the bead up just a little more. It's dipping down right there. Come on. Leave it there. There. Nice. Now here's the secret to the up. And that is because we got the grip, we got the positioning, we got raise the pads of the forearm was correct. Sitting in here like that, we can put the first finger and thumb on. We know about all of this stuff. This is like a nothing burger. After a while, this is like not a big deal. We have to stick this laying in the hand, right? We have this grip. It's gonna feel like this forever. When we're not playing in it, we're at rest. Now, just the way we left the bead down, to make that throw. Now what we're going to do is we're going to make a little tap. But look at my bead. See, the bead, even though it must be hitting the surface, so it's going below the floor, you barely feel that. What you're searching for is you're searching for leaving it here so that you are leveraging up from the wrist against something. If you don't leave it here so that it ends right where it started, you won't be leveraging. You'll be doing something else. If you use your arm, you're not leveraging. If you turn up to this, well, you can still leverage. But the way to get this is to really concentrate on playing from parallel, not turning up to the ceiling first.
Yeah.
This is the holy grail. No, dip down too much. And it's all one motion. And it goes right there. That's not bad. Little release, tiny release. You can now cock your wrist. You don't have to make a big deal. Remember, get the weight of the stick, weight of the arm assembly. So it's this, right? So it's this and this. See how little it is? This. You leverage up from here, and you cock your wrist. That's not bad, dude. Watch now. See? Mine is, yours starts, the bead starts to move right away. Mine, watch. Let's see if I can do it. See, it's just hanging there for a minute. Even if I speed it up. There, it's just that moment where it sits there. Gotta be where you started though. Can't dip lower. You won't feel it. There he is. Come on, wait a little longer. Make the motion up, then cock your wrist. When you make the motion up, you have to notice, am I feeling the floor? Go slower, go slower. There, see, there's the floor. There's the, oh, you didn't quite feel it. There's, no, you dipped below the floor. No, you dipped below, you lost the floor. There's the floor. There's the, no, you have to wait a sec to make sure you're at the floor. There's the, oh, come on, you have to bend with the wrist and leverage. There's the floor. Now you're leveraging, moving around it a little bit. That's very good right there. Okay. So let's see, what were we playing? Well, we started with that Spivack exercises. How will that work? See, that's all we're looking for. It's clean, and you're leveraging. So you're leveraging, so you can start to get cool stuff happening. As soon as you pull your arm up and you're no longer leveraging, it turns into some other technique that I don't think is as efficient. So oh, okay, so you raised it. Now let's talk about this.
Yeah.
That was pretty good, man. What we're doing here is breaking it down into little pieces. You notice we haven't even turned on the metronome?
Right.
Because it's not time to play with the band. Right now we're just trying to figure out what the heck is going on. Right? Which is Gladstone. He would often suggest not practicing with a metronome in the beginning, but of course the metronome is hugely important. Okay. Yes. So we have all this stuff going on, right? So that if the first thing we're going to do is we're feeling the floor, the beads where they should be. We're going to go up and leave that bead there, and then feel the hand open a little bit, and we're going to make the downstroke. And then the next hand, you were doing it different ways. You were just dropping it, which you could do, but for now, let's be very clear-eyed about and clear-eared about what we're doing. Yeah. It's going to make a little turn, and you have to feel that floor right there. See, I'm turning to the ceiling, but there's my floor. Just like there's my floor. There's my floor. You see, you're at the floor. So you can move around something. Right. See? So we're going to start. So we're getting pretty meticulous, a little early on maybe. Yeah. But you're ready for this. No, I don't like where you're starting. You're too close to start with. See how important this is? A little higher. Get the beats up just a little more. Look at your right. It's way up in the air, so to speak. There it is. The hand going up is just going to dip down. The other hand's going to make a little turn. A little turn. Oh, sorry. Up, little turn, up, a little turn, but you've lost the floor, you see?
Yeah.
It's that precise, but recognizing that what seems like minutia is the whole thing will save you years of toil and trouble.
Yeah. 1, 2.
Floor, floor, floor. That was a good one. Watch the floor. You're too low. You dipped. That's a good one. Your right's got it. Yeah, you dipped a little low. You're going below the floor a little. Left, right now. No, no, you didn't make it an up. You turned to the ceiling. It's got to be the up. Oh, you didn't make it an up. Left turns now. Now it's just going to go up. It doesn't turn to the ceiling. Up. Isn't that? No, up. Sorry. Now I'm losing track. Up. Oh, okay. That's your up. Up in the right. Up in the left. And so this is actually very simple, really. But you can see that until you break it down and recognize exactly what's going on, it feels anything but simple. But the reality is, this makes the whole technique really simple and easy to understand, which is what Murray used to say.
Yeah.
Says it in the video. So let's see, where are we? Da, 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 da. See, now we're about ready for a metronome, because you know what to do. Now we're going to introduce another aspect that will employ some other part of your brain.
Right.
Right. So, but it's nothing, because this is with speed you're already playing. Yeah. Right.
But we have...
So we're at 40, and we're in 6/8. So we're just getting this thing. So first I want to get my grip together. Right? I know that everything is in pretty good shape. Feel my floor. Oh, that got a little high. What am I going to do? Oh, so you have to think about it. Might be a little fast, maybe. A little fast for you. Let's do it another way. So metronome is at 80. It's the metronome we could have played. Hold on. No, yeah, we put the metronome at 80, right? Yeah, if you play, it says eighth note triplets, it's too fast. Keep track of this. Okay, so you're going to play every note to the click.
Okay.
So that up has to stay at the floor. You got to go up for it. You can't wait after. It's slow, a little remedial. We could wait and just make a little flick, but here we want to give you a chance to feel all this. Don't point your right index finger. Remember, you hold it. Gotta hold it a little. That's your up. Up. No, you didn't make an up. Up. There it is. See, you can wait right there. Up. What? Dip down. Just concentrate on the up. The other will take care of themselves. Up. No, you dip down. Up. You didn't. No, you dip down. Got to go up at the same time. You're leveraging. The leverage. You're leveraging. You're leveraging. You're leveraging around this thing like the pole vaulter. You're leveraging.
So am I going for a turn or a drop though on the up?
The up is a drop. That's the gig. That's what we're doing. I might be moving around the stick a little bit too, but you won't feel moving around the stick if you don't control the floor, or if you don't let the floor control you. One, don't dip that, got right there, and it just waits. Right there at the floor. Right there at the floor. You dipped a little. Right there at the floor. Won't feel like somebody's holding the stick a little bit like you did. If you dip, you'll spoil it. Right there. Oh, no, you didn't make enough. Up, you dipped. Up, you dipped. Or you lifted. You lifted to the ceiling, but that was a good one. No, you're too low. It waits half an inch above as you pry up. Pry up. Pry up. Leave it right there at the foot. That's a good one. See? You're prying. No, no, dip. Don't dip. Don't dip. Make a big deal about not dipping. You're up, it's all there. See, that was a good one. Don't dip. See, now you got it. You got it. Don't dip. No, you dipped. Don't dip. You got it. Don't dip. Yeah, you dipped. Yeah, you dipped a little. Ah, you dipped a little.
So I'm dipping on the up is where.
Yeah, you don't dip on the up. You got to keep it right here. You got to keep it right here. Right here.
Yeah.
Right here. Right here. So you can get that. 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 Okay. So I'm going to keep you at this speed. You know, we could play it. We could play it faster, right? I mean, at 880 tick. So how would it be? So slow. Let's see what it went. Now we'd be playing. Let's see if I can get it here. Dip. You try not to dip. Don't 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 dip. You want to keep moving around. You get that nice feeling of prying up every time, right? So that was really good. Okay, let's leave. We're going to leave it. We're going to leave the metronome. We're at 80, and you're just going to. I practice this slowly.
Right.
To this day, because you tried playing this Richard Wilson jam, which I think you did. I slow this way down, and I do just what I showed you. It's like painstaking, but then it starts to come along, and you don't sound amateurish.
Yeah.
I'd rather sound professional slow than thinking I'm really burning when I'm not making good contact with the instrument. Okay, so that was really good. Now we're going to take that, we're going to follow this train of thought, and we're going to pull out. We're going to pull out the Flam accent number 2. Right? This we worked on.
Yep.
It's here somewhere. Here somewhere. Okay. Pardon me. So all of the same stuff applies, and I introduced this to you at the last lesson, and now we're refining it, right?
Yep.
Because what you just felt was very good. Now we're going to apply that to the Flam accent number 2, if we can. I know we can. Okay. So we're in 6/8. So again, it's really slow. So the first thing I'm going to do is think about my grip. And think about, can I take my first finger and thumb off? Will it work? I'll put them back on. Everything stays stable. Can I squeeze a little bit? Yep, nothing moved. I got this. Okay? Right? And I know that if I'm going to make an upstroke, it has to stay right there. Only in this case, we're making, let's see. here's where now it's awfully slow, but this is remedial. So we're getting let's see, maybe at this speed it's too slow. Maybe you just want to. Could we go up twice? And you start to get that prying feeling again. So it can be done, but it's not easy.
Yeah.
Because it's slow enough. It's so slow that you really have to concentrate on what this technique is all about. It gives you a chance to do that. So it's slightly remedial. So metronome's on at 40. You got to think about your grip. What's happening? Okay, go ahead and take your first finger and thumb off. Put them on. There you go. Yeah. Where's the floor? Find where the beads are. They have to stay right there. You know what it feels like? Now, let me mention this to you. Let me mention. It has a feeling of as though there is, like the surface is parallel, right? It's like there's another parallel. It's an imaginary line, you know,
Right.
that exists. Once we decide it's there, that's why Dick used to like to tell us to practice, I think, on a steering wheel. I think this is, see, because you're moving around that line. And so when I go up, both hands, it feels as though, see, there's that line. I can see it running through. The other hand goes up. Well, but you see, if I go up, there's that line. See it? There's that line. There's the line. See it running through there?
Right.
And then when I cock my wrist, the line should still be there. I shouldn't lose that. Right? So we want to maintain that line.
Right.
Too low. I think you're too low. Get your grip together up front, right? Go ahead and let it lay in the hand. Get the first finger and thumb on. Don't be afraid to bend the second knuckle just a little. Dick would have me like that. There you go. You can hold it. Don't be afraid. It's still laying in the focal. You have to see now that your griplets are really good. Okay, and the beads are in the right place. If you can keep them there. So how do we do this? Go ahead. Up, 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 up. It's hard, isn't it? It's a little tricky. Up, up, up. But the beads can't dip. The beads can't dip. The beads are dipping. You're not really moving around it. Things are, you're like trying to walk in quicksand. There's a little bit of that feeling. When you learn to maintain, when you hold that line, everything works really well. So that little thing is everything. Well, it's a huge thing. There you go. See, now you feel it right there. I know you do. No, you didn't go up. You got to go up and feel that. Twice. You got to go up twice. Up, 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 up. There it is. Up, up. Up, 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 up. Hold the line. That's not bad. It's getting there. Don't dip. Don't dip. You'll sink. We'll lose you in the quicksand. Come on, maintain proper positioning. The line is like a bridge of some sort, so you don't go sinking. The throw should land at the floor. Throw's landing a little low, isn't it? Throw's landing a little low. Now just focus on that. Where's the bead land? Right, see, there it is. And then it goes up in the same place, see? Lands there on the right, and then it goes up and lands there. Lands there on the right, and it goes up and lands there. Two little ups that land in the same place at the floor. Both times. There, it's coming. Starting to move around the stick a little bit. Ah, that's a good one in the bag. Okay, so you know what you have to work on. Let's see.
Yeah.
So let's see. So let's see. This goes. See, now it's starting to rebound. I'm moving around. I'm moving around. I'm moving around this thing. See? Yeah, that looks. How nice that works. It's just not quite working yet. Got to get this first. I don't jump ahead, but that's where this is going because it's what we're doing. So once you refine what we're doing, so let's not get into rebounds yet, right? Let's just keep both of these exercises at a snail's pace so that you can meditate on exactly what's happening. And your right is really good at holding its ground, you know, maintaining the floor. Left has to concentrate a little bit more, but it's been very successful. Multiple times, yeah. See, just practice just making a downstroke and not dipping. Make a downstroke and don't even dip. Yeah, you got to go up and not dip. Don't dip. There it is. Leave it down a little longer. Come on, don't dip though. Leave it down a little longer and don't dip. Don't dip. You dipped. Go on up a little longer. Don't dip. Yeah, don't go yanking it up at the end. Dick would caution you. Don't yank it up. It stays right there until you're coming along. See, that'll sound when you. Next time you have a chance to sit in, I suggest you always turn your phone on at least and record yourself. You know, when you're down at that gig sitting in.
I will set up in the basement. I record. I'd like to play to jam along tracks, you know, and record that and listen back. Yeah.
You should at a certain point now. If you just play time thinking about this,
yeah.
much of anything. Play the time. Play a couple fills. Like the triplet thing or the 4/4 version of Murray Spivack's upstroke downstroke page, or that what we were working on with Dick Wilson that had two accents, right? Where we kind of adopted our own version of, or we took a portion of that exercise and looped it.
Yeah.
Right? So we kind of made it into something a little bit different. But something simple like that with this, you listen back and you'll go, huh. And then when you hear Vinny or Carlos playing, you'll go, sounds familiar. It's that. Okay. Now let's not abandon, let's take a look at rebounds. We're tightening we're maintaining and tightening. I worry about using the word tighten. Saying clutch the stick as opposed to hold the stick.
Yeah.
You might mean the same thing. Your effect on a particular student might be very different. Okay. So we're into stick control. So this is going to work with everything, right? This concentration on maintaining the floor And going up and moving around the stick and leveraging up is going to play into everything. Doubles and roll strokes. Not if you're just playing singles.
Yeah.
But every time you play a single, you stop at the floor. So it'll have a very similar feeling. You always have the feeling of that through line. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see, what would it look like and sound like at 60? Go ahead and play number 9. Let's just consider this now and see how we can bring what you've felt today into this, because you know they're going to tie in, right? They have to. You never lose the floor, ever. You never lose the grip. So start with the grip, because just because you're going to let the stick bounce doesn't mean you're going to do anything different with your grip. It's going to feel like that every time you stop. And don't be afraid to bend the, the second knuckle of the first finger. Dick would say, see, Kevin, when you bend that finger, it brings the tip in a little. Like that. Like that. Grip looks great. So go ahead and play it. No, you didn't lead with your wrist. Start again. It has to lead with you have to leverage. See, here we are. It's the same. You have to leverage up, even though you're not touching the surface. It still feels like you're leveraging around something. Let me see if I can do it. Got it. Wait, wait, hold on. Let's see. So, yeah, right? Got the grip. Okay, so it's going to be in there somewhere, right? And then I know that I'm going to be throwing. So let's see what will happen. And I've got to maintain the floor. And I've got to lead with my wrist and see, not dip. See it, isn't it? No, it's Were you playing it too slow?
Yeah, 'cause this is showing it as eighth notes. That's why I was like kind of tough as eighth notes.
Yeah, but they're cut time.
Oh, okay. All right. That'll make it easy. Then I was trying to play it eighth notes for the click, so I was going. That's what was messing me up, I think.
Here we are again. See, the left is at the floor, and then I'm leveraging up. See, it's what I was showing you before. There it is. What you couldn't do a few minutes ago. This will lead you there. Too low. You didn't make a nice throw. Show me a throw in the right. Just a throw. Just the throw. You can't leverage. You got to keep the beat in. Oh, you didn't go up and really leave it there and look. See, it has that feeling. It's like in slow motion when you have a time. It feels like you can always look down and know what you're doing. See, it's got to stay there. But it's still dipped. Try it again. It's dipping. It's already dipping. It's dipping. Get a grip up front. That second knuckle. Don't be afraid. Oh, see where you stopped? You stopped at the floor. Can you leave it at the floor when you go up and go up a little more goosenecky, a little more flex? There it is, but leave it at the floor. It's too low. There it is. Leave it down a little longer. Dick would say leave the bead down longer than you think. Leave it. Stop at the foot. You didn't stop at the floor. You dipped. You dipped. That was a good ending. Can you go up like that? Go up slower and leave it there and don't dip. There you go. And don't dip. There, you almost have it. Ah, a little low at the end. Come on. Oh, cock your wrist to the ceiling a little bit. Once you get the up, you can, remember, you can come up much higher, but we're not. It's just it's just a note, but you could. If you get this right, you can cock your wrist. Too low, a little low, but pretty good. You dipped on the way up. Oh, that was a really, Oh, it was a beautiful up, but you dipped at the end. Yeah, you got to stop there. See, it's going to come to your palm there, isn't it? It comes to the palm right there, doesn't it? And you go up and you don't dip, and then it comes to the palm right there. See, now you feel that line run feel that I told you about. Ah, very good. Now just on the other hand, and always come to the floor. So you'll be waiting, the two beads will be waiting. No, play the little tap in the left. No, you left with your arm, you didn't wedge, you didn't leverage. You dipped. Almost. That's cool, yeah, just play it and then stop. That was a good one. Don't dip. Don't, you dipped and you didn't leave it down long enough. Don't, yeah, beautiful. Don't dip now. There! Okay, now look at this. Stop. Stop. It's so beautiful. Just tighten up, bend the second knuckle of the first finger. See, that's where it would stop. But it's beautiful, isn't it? You know exactly what you're doing. Do that the other way. Oh, you dipped. You just went, forget this technique. I saw a pretty lady walk by. I can't be bothered. Oh, you didn't leave it down. You didn't go up, leave it down long. Just get the left throw. Don't add the right hand yet. Just, you can keep it there. It's in a beautiful spot. Is that the, yeah, it came to the palm beautifully, right at the floor. You didn't leverage up and leave it there and watch it. Oh, you brought it too soon and you dipped. You're almost there, man. You dipped and you came up. You didn't leave it down long enough. Leave it. At the, you got it. Oh, you dipped a little. Oh, almost. Add the other hand. Oh, you dipped. Went up slowly though. Don't dip. Beautiful. A tap on the other hand. Go up slowly. Don't go. You dip and go up too fast. Come on. Oh, but that up. And then you learn to do that over and over. But first, I'm just going to have you warm up. You're going to get it going one way and the other way, and then we're going to add both hands, or then we're going to add the other hand and play it continuously. Okay, like that. And you can see, you know, the Red Sea is parting. You can see light at the end of the tunnel. Okay, just don't go blowing fast though. Take your time, really.
Yeah.
As you looked, you had that look on your face. It's like, did you study with Dick Wilson? You had that look on your face. All right, turn off the camera.